What if I told you that certain fruits you believe are healthy could be harming your testosterone, sabotaging your energy, and stealing your strength, especially after 60? You probably wouldn't expect one fruit, so many men eat every morning is the biggest offender. For generations, people understood the connection between specific foods and male vitality. Ancient wisdom recognized that while some plants build strength, others could subtly disrupt a man's delicate hormonal balance. Recent research now confirms this, showing how high-fructose fruits spike insulin and lower testosterone. Shockingly, most men over 60 are completely unaware of this simple connection. I'm Dr. Sarah, and I want to share some critical information about these seemingly harmless fruits that could make a real difference in your daily energy and confidence. Subscribe now because this information combines modern science with practical wisdom every man over 50 should know. Before we dive in, where are you watching from today? If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe for more health insights. Now, before we explore these specific fruits, let me give you a clear roadmap for what we'll cover today. First, I'll explain exactly how your metabolism changes after 60 and why this matters for your energy and strength. Then, we'll identify those 3 common fruits that can work against your hormonal balance. Finally, and most importantly, I'll share 3 evidence-based alternatives that can actually support your testosterone and overall vitality. This isn't about fear, it's about understanding your body so you can make informed choices. Understanding your changing metabolism after 60. Let me start with something crucial that most men don't realize. Your metabolism at 65 works completely differently than it did at 25. Think of your younger metabolism as a roaring furnace that could burn any fuel quickly and efficiently. After 60, it's more like a steady campfire that needs the right kind of wood to keep burning strong. The wrong fuel, like a sudden surge of fast-acting sugar, can actually smother that flame instead of feeding it. This isn't anyone's fault. It's a natural biological reality. As we age, our metabolic flexibility decreases and our insulin sensitivity changes. What this means for you is that your body's response to sugar, even natural fruit sugar, becomes dramatically different. When insulin levels spike repeatedly from high-sugar foods, your body gets a signal to store fat and actually suppress testosterone production. Let me share Robert's story. Robert is 60, a retired engineer who came to me already working well with his endocrinologist. His blood work was stable, but he still felt fatigued every morning despite getting 8 hours of sleep. Robert wanted to optimize his energy naturally. I coordinated with his medical team, and together we looked at his healthy breakfast routine. Robert was starting every day with a large smoothie containing a whole mango, grapes, and orange juice foods he'd been told were nutritious. While these foods do contain vitamins, that combination was delivering over 60 grams of fast-absorbing sugar first thing in the morning, causing a massive insulin spike that left him crashing by 10 a.m. We adjusted his morning routine based on the principles I'll share with you today. Within 3 weeks, Robert noticed sustained energy throughout his morning. At his next checkup, his doctor noted improved energy levels and stable metabolic markers. Today, Robert continues both his medical care and this natural approach, feeling energized and strong. What Robert's experience teaches us is that the issue isn't good or bad foods. It's about understanding how our changing bodies process different types of fuel. The fructose challenge. 3 common culprits. Now let's talk about those 3 fruits I mentioned that can work against your hormonal balance after 60. Remember, this isn't about eliminating these foods entirely. It's about being smart with portions and timing. First, let's discuss grapes and mangoes, nature's candy. A large mango contains over 45 grams of sugar, more than a can of soda. When you eat a mango by itself, without fiber from other foods to slow absorption, that sugar hits your system all at once. Your pancreas responds by flooding your bloodstream with insulin to handle this sugar load. For a less insulin-sensitive system, which is completely normal after 60, this creates a metabolic stress response. Chronic insulin elevation signals your body to store fat around your midsection and can suppress the natural production of testosterone. Second, overripe bananas present a similar challenge. As bananas ripen, enzymes convert their starch into sugar, making them fast fuel that can overwhelm your system. The yellower and spottier the banana, the more concentrated the sugar becomes. Third, and perhaps most important, is store-bought juice. When you remove fiber from fruit to make juice, you're left with concentrated sugar. Drinking a glass of orange juice is metabolically similar to drinking a soda. It triggers that same massive insulin response we want to avoid. Here's what makes this particularly challenging for men our age. Papaya, another commonly recommended healthy fruit, contains plant compounds called phytoestrogens that can gently mimic estrogen in your body. For a hormonal system already in delicate balance, after 60, frequent large portions may nudge things in the wrong direction. The key isn't to fear these fruits, but to be strategic. If you love mango, enjoy a few slices with a handful of walnuts or a scoop of Greek yogurt. The protein and healthy fats act as a brake, preventing that sugar rush and insulin spike. Portion and pairing are everything. 3. Evidence-based alternatives that support your goals. Now for the exciting part, let's focus on what to add, not what to remove. Swapping strategically can make all the difference. Here are 3 choices backed by solid clinical research. First, avocado, your healthy fat foundation. Avocados provide monounsaturated fats, which are literally the building blocks for testosterone production. Research from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found a significant association between higher intake of these healthy fats and higher testosterone levels in men over 40. In my practice, I work with patients and their doctors to incorporate half an avocado into their morning routine, perhaps with eggs or on whole grain toast. It's a simple swap for a sugary breakfast fruit that provides sustained energy without the insulin roller coaster. Second, blueberries, your antioxidant shield. These remarkable berries provide powerful antioxidants that protect your hormone-producing cells from stress and inflammation, without spiking your blood sugar, like grapes do. Research from the University of Exeter, published in the European Journal of Nutrition, showed that daily blueberry consumption in adults 60 to 75 improved cognitive function and reduced oxidative stress markers. What that means for you is better mental clarity and cellular protection that supports overall vitality. A handful of blueberries with some nuts makes a perfect snack to replace grapes. You get the sweetness you're craving, plus genuine health benefits. Third, tart cherries, your recovery agent. Better sleep and lower inflammation are absolutely foundational for healthy hormone production. This is where tart cherries become incredibly valuable. A study in the American Journal of Therapeutics found that older adults drinking tart cherry juice slept an average of 84 minutes longer. Better sleep means better hormonal recovery every single night. The natural compounds in tart cherries also help reduce the inflammation that can interfere with testosterone production. A small glass of unsweetened tart cherry juice before bed can support your body's natural nightly repair cycle. This isn't about taking something to force sleep, it's about supporting what your body already knows how to do. I'd love to hear about your experience with any of these approaches. Have you noticed how your body reacts to certain healthy foods differently than it used to? Share your story in the comments. Your experiences help everyone learn. Your practical implementation plan. Here's exactly how to make these changes work for you. What you need. Simply stock your kitchen with avocados, fresh or frozen blueberries, and unsweetened tart cherry juice. These are available at any grocery store. When to make the changes? Start with breakfast. This is when your insulin sensitivity is highest, making it the most important meal to get right. How to do it? Replace your morning fruit or juice with half an avocado in your eggs or on toast. Keep a container of blueberries ready for snacking instead of reaching for grapes. Try a small glass of tart cherry juice about an hour before bedtime. What to expect? Most people notice more stable energy within the first week. Some sooner, others later. Both are completely normal. The key is consistency. These aren't quick fixes, but sustainable changes that work with your body's natural wisdom. Remember, I always encourage my patients to discuss any dietary changes with their doctors. Everyone's health picture is unique, and your doctor knows your specific situation best. Of the 3 supportive options we've discussed, avocado, blueberries, and tart cherries, which one would be easiest for you to add to your routine? Let me know in the comments below. Your questions help me create content that's truly useful for you. The science behind success. The medical community widely recognizes the connection between chronic high insulin levels and hormonal disruption. What makes this approach different is that we're not fighting against your body's changes, we're working with them. Research from respected institutions supports these food choices because they address the root metabolic challenges that affect hormone production after 60. The wonderful thing is, this works with your body's own wisdom, not against it. What that means for you is sustained energy, better sleep quality, and the confidence that comes from understanding exactly how to fuel your body properly. You're not just eating different foods, you're making informed choices based on how your metabolism actually works now. If this approach has been helpful so far, please hit subscribe so you don't miss what I'll share next week. You are now equipped with knowledge to work with your body, not against it. This isn't a diet, it's an informed way of eating that respects the changes that come with age. Start with one swap. Discuss these ideas with your healthcare team and pay attention to how you feel. The science is encouraging, and the real-world results speak for themselves. Men in my practice who make these simple adjustments consistently report feeling more energetic, sleeping better, and regaining that sense of strength they remember from younger years. If you found this evidence-based approach helpful and want more content that empowers you with knowledge rather than fear, please subscribe to this channel. Next week, I'll be sharing a simple morning habit that supports healthy blood pressure, another key piece of the vitality puzzle that becomes increasingly important after 60. What questions would you ask your doctor about these approaches? Comment below your questions, help me create better content that serves you. And if this reminds you of a friend who might benefit from this information, please share this video with them. It might be exactly what they need to hear today. Until next time, remember that aging doesn't mean accepting less energy or strength. With the right knowledge and your doctor's guidance, you can feel vital and confident at any age.